Hello, my name is Holly DeLoach, and for my discussion board video, I decided to discuss the question of providing real-life examples of how a neighborhood can impact a child and their family, as well as providing ways that the church can help alleviate any negative impacts. And when I first read this question, immediately my mind went to inner city neighborhoods with like gang activity and like more violence than just the average neighborhood. And so I found an article entitled Community Needs of Minority Male Youth Living in the Inner City, Chicago. The article kind of starts off discussing the ways that poverty, gang violence, violence in general, and also poor academia affects the youth. And so it says in the beginning that poverty is actually a predictor for mental fatigue, hopelessness, despair, and it's a barrier to health and social services. And so when you're in a more impoverished area, you're not going to be likely to have access to the same resources that you would if you were in a wealthier area. It also said that exposure to violence has adverse effects on your health, but also there's psychological consequences on the youth. And the youth are more likely to exhibit signs of aggression, anxiety, PTSD, and hopelessness. And so not only is the youth in a more dangerous area where they could be shot or even like attacked or hurt, they have more negative psychological effects as well. And it also showed that poverty affects the local school, partially because of taxes and everything. If this area is impoverished, the school's not going to have as many tax dollars coming in as in a suburban area. But also with testing and stuff, like standardized testing, school gets funds from the state if the testing scores are high enough. And if students aren't showing up to take those tests, or they're just testing and getting low scores, that school isn't up for as many grants and as much funding as other schools might be. And poor academics leads to more drinking, more drugs, more acts of violence, earlier sexual behavior, and also more suicidal ideation. And also these schools tend to have a really low attendance record. All of these factors combined actually makes the youth more susceptible to joining street gangs. And so if you're growing up in an environment where you're seeing violence all the time, you're seeing gangs, you're seeing your friends joining gangs or your older siblings joining gangs, and then you finally come of age or you choose to just stop going to school, you might just end up choosing to join a gang. The church actually has a big role that they can play into this. A church can provide after-school activities for the youth to start going to. They can start educating the community on the importance of what education can offer on maybe nutrition or other classes like even sex ed. The church can also help provide for families when they are struggling a little bit more at some times than others, maybe providing rent, providing food for their family. So the church has a lot of opportunities to help the community, and they should definitely keep their ear to the ground and listening to the neighbors around them to see what needs the church can start meeting. Thank you.